Hi guys, Ali Taylor down here at Heron's Reach. Today it's a cold, wet, miserable summer's day. So I've decided it's time to cheer myself up and it's time that I bought myself a new set of irons. So in today's video, I'm going to decide what my new irons are going to be. Now it's an interesting one because I've got a choice of three. Two of them definitely kind of, the head says yeah, they're going to be good clubs, they're going to work. But the third set, maybe it's a little bit of the heart motivating me. So in today's video, I'm going to test whether heart or head wins out. And by the end, I'm going to make a decision on which irons. So for the two sets that I feel would be, the head says would be good for me, that little bit of forgiveness, we've got the TaylorMade P7MC. And I've got the MIZUNO JPX 921 Tour. So both really good looking players irons with more traditional lofts, but just that little bit of forgiveness in there for that little bit of mishit that could really benefit my game. But then I've got that dilemma. The one that the heart says is the TaylorMade P7MB. So I'm going to hit real Titleist Pro V1X balls on TrackMan Simulator. I'm going to put these three models through their paces and we're going to see which of these are going in my bag for the rest of 2020 and hopefully 2021. Right, so I'm going to hit some shots into a par 3 on the TrackMan Simulator at Quail Hollow. So 173 to the flag. So I'm expecting with these 7 irons my carry to be round about that kind of 160 to 165. So I'm going to hit 5 shots with the P7MC, 5 with the 921 Tour, and then 5 with the P7MB. I'm also then going to hit a couple of shots at the end where I try and maybe just deliberately not quite strike it and just see how good those results are, because I kind of, like I said at the start, head is definitely saying it's between the MC and the 921 Tour. Heart is saying MB, so I just need to know on those little mishits how punishing will the MB be for me. Okay, so we'll go MC first off. 5 shots, 173 total. So strike felt good. There's my little draw. There's already a couple of feelers on there, one with each. So that's a nice start. And maybe what I should say is if with any of these 7 irons I actually hole one, maybe that makes my mind up for me and I just go for that set anyway. So good start for the MC. Now that was a little bit out the toe. So it'll be interesting to see what carry-wise I lose out on there. So not really much, and again, a great result. And you know, I've kind of done individual reviews on these, and I do really like the look of the MC. I think it looks good behind the ball, not as small and compact as the MB. Now that one, I think is going to hang out to the right a little bit. So that's going to be a mist green. So that's a negative. And it wasn't the best strike, but still hasn't really cost me too much on carry at 158. So more solid. Maybe just going to turn a bit more than I would like, but should be nicely into the heart of the green. Say heart of the green, that's nice and close. Look at that, 3 out of 4, really close. Okay, let's go one more with MC. Now again, just felt a tiny bit toey. Probably the worst strike out of the lot with the MC, but still a great result. And I do have to say, you know, I really like, obviously from the back, it doesn't make a massive difference, but I love the look of the club. I think when you look at it behind the golf ball, I think it's a good looking club. Maybe if I'm being picky, just a bit bigger than I would like to see. So P7MC has already made a great case for itself there, hasn't it? 4 out of 5 on the green. Even the one that was to the right was still very, very good. Now, I'll be honest, when I look down at the 921 Tour, probably out of the 3, this is my least favourite on looks, but there's not really a lot in it between this and the MC. But let's go to the flag. So felt good. I think line-wise is going to be decent. Just needs to keep turning. Oh, just tiptoed over. It's on the green. And a good start for the tour. Now that, I felt very like the final one I hit with the MC, so a little bit toey. And certainly saw a bigger drop off, so they felt very, very similar contact wise as well. That felt good. Is this one going to go in? Is that going to make my mind up for me? Ooh. And the one thing I do like, now I've kind of convinced myself to go back into irons with maybe that little bit more loft, is that little bit extra spin into the green. I always hit the ball quite high, but certainly that little bit more spin gives me that control as well. Now that one just hanging out to the right a little bit. Is it going to get there? Ooh, just off. Okay, so one final one with 921 Tour. Again, felt solid. Just not turning over. I didn't feel that bad. So definitely result-wise, saw more of a drop-off with the 921 Tour than with the P7MC. So for me, MC leading its way slightly there. So certainly on the two clubs that make more sense for me, maybe that's the 921 Tour just dropping out. Right, so that moves me on to the P7MB. Now, if you've watched my video, you kind of know I already love these, but they have to stack up, they have to perform. I have made the comment that maybe I should put these in the bag anyway, just because they'll make me practice a little bit more. But then am I letting my heart overrule my head? Maybe. But 5 shots, if we could hit the green 5 times, definitely the performance would back up that these could go in the bag. So a good strike. Maybe just going to turn a touch more. It's good on line. And probably the best one so far. Oof, these are a tease. These are a tease for me. Right, come on, let's go again. All right, well, definitely missed the green with that because that's not shaping back. Can tell straight away. So let's just see what the distance is like there. Didn't feel great, but got very, very similar to the MC. Okay. Oh, that might be the one. That might be the one. That is all over it. flushed it. Oh. It's tough because certainly fitting, you know, I talk about it's not about necessarily how good the best ones are, it's how good those bad ones are. Haven't really seen much of a drop off there, and the two good ones have been really, really good. Okay, so again, maybe not absolutely as good as I can hit that one, but it's straight at the target. Oh, that's actually great. What are we thinking? Comment below, let me know at the moment which ones you think I should be going for. And while you're commenting below, guys, if you are enjoying today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking that button below. Make sure you ring that notification bell and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. So, one final one. If this goes in, we're going 4 to pitching wedge in these. Oh, hello. I just wonder if that's actually going to be a little bit long. It's straight at it. No. Right, so a little bit of a dilemma for me there. No real difference, I didn't think, in the performance between the MB and the MC. So let's maybe try and hit some slightly different shots into there. So let me try and hit maybe a little fadey one in with the MC. Felt good. It's all over it. Maybe just going a little bit right of the flag. I do like that. Okay, so that was MC. Again, it's ticking all the boxes. Maybe not all of them, because I still think MB is the one I like the look of. So let's go same shot, little cut. Trying. It's just gone dead straight, that really. Is it going to get there? Still a good shot. Okay, so maybe just MC with the slight advantage there. So I'm going to try and hit one in just a little bit lower. So a little bit flatter. Is it just going to turn? Oof, that's just airmailed everything. Okay, so presented a little bit less loft there. Don't necessarily mind that that's gone a bit too far. So let's go same shot with the MB. Maybe feels a little easier to keep the ball down with the MB. And pretty much the same shot. Right, okay, so silly as this will sound now, I'm actually going to, my bad one would tend to be a little bit toey with the strike. So I'm going to try and get one out the toe and we'll see which one of these two performs. Right, so that's way out the toe. Wouldn't necessarily be trying to hit it that poorly when I play. But I love the fact that that's almost got front edge with that strike. I'm definitely not as confident that the MB with that kind of contact will get that far up. But that's equally as horrible. And that actually looks like it's gone okay. It's actually got out there a little bit further. So, to start with there was 3, then there was 2, have I found my winner? Right then guys, so we could see the Mizuno, they were nice, but I just felt, even with a little bit of a miss hit, there was a bit more drop off than I wanted in those, and If the drop off had been there and I'd have really loved the look and feel, maybe would have convinced me, but not for those. So my dilemma is between those. Now definitely I do feel genuinely that I do swing it well enough to put those in the bag. Do I strike it well enough to go 4-iron to pitching wedge? That is the dilemma. Now ideally I'd like to keep the set the same. Do I want to go for a set of those? I do like them and I think they work well, but in the short irons I do prefer the compactness of the blade. So do I split the set? Do I go 4, 5, 6 in MC and MB 7 down? Do you know what? Comment below and let me know what you think my setup should be. I am going to make a decision, but I'm really, really interested to see what you guys think I should do. So hopefully you're back having commented. So I think what I'm going to do, because a little bit of forgiveness in those mid to long, I think I'm going to go 4, 5, 6 in MCs and then go 7-iron to wedge in the MBs. And I think they'll fit in the bag nicely. They look close enough and perform similar enough that there's not going to be any gapping issues in the bag. And I feel that that'll give me that little bit of confidence in those longer irons, but I'll love those shorter irons for the full shots, but also those little shots around the green where I want that little bit more feedback and that little bit more feel. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider clicking the button below, ring that notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.